Uncensored Sloth.
Annabelle, our guests are here, unfortunately still alive. Is your face on yet?
On and off the screen, he made an impact and his presence was always known. On screen, he had a mystical, European-like presence that was always evil. Vincent Price became one of the most famous horror actors in history. Off-screen, Price was known for being this funny, kind, and warm-hearted Midwesterner that he truly was. Here we'll take a look at the horrific life of the iconic actor. I'm Censored Sloth, and this is The Life of Vincent Price. Born May 27, 1911, in St. Louis, Missouri, Vincent Price was the youngest of 4 children. Unlike the other patrons to horror we've discussed, Price grew up watching silent horror films and showed early signs of wanting to be a part of the genre. One of his favorites was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Price graduated from Yale in 1933 with a degree in English and a minor in art history. He was a teacher for about a year, and after realizing that's not what he wanted to do with his life, he went to Courtauld Institute of Art in London for a major in fine arts. Quickly, Price's attention went away from the fine arts and steered more towards theater. This time he was interested in theater was a secret. His first ever role was in a play called Chicago, which was at an underground theater called The Gate. Here he played a mob character. In 1936, Price appeared in his first main role as Prince Albert in Victoria Regina, which he performed in Broadway. When the play went on tour, however, Price stayed in New York as he joined the Orson Welles Mercury Theater. Price's first venture into film was with a movie called Service Deluxe in 1938 with Universal Studios. Price did 4 more films with Universal and was praised for all his performances by audience and critics. However, even with the success, Price didn't like the roles that Universal was giving him and left for 20th Century Fox. At the turn of the decade in 1941, Price returned to theater. At this time, World War II was in full swing, and America's number one enemy was the fascist Europeans of Italy and Germany. Price took this idea and made a character based off these vile villains in history. When the character debuted in Broadway, the villain was despised by the audience, and Price loved it. This was his first time being evil on screen, and Price took this and built his career on these villains. After his role on Broadway, Price went to star in multiple horror movies and became an A-list celebrity. After his contract with Fox ended, he used his fame and free agent status to go and do different kinds of films, such as comedies and dramas. Even with the change of films, Price could not run away from his status as a horror actor, and started another run of horror films, which would include most of his notable films such as House on a Haunted Hill, House of Wax, and The Fly. In the 1960s, the movie industry was changing. Different acting techniques were being used, and the film type Vincent Price was known for is no longer popular. So Price went on to do B-list films, which of most were theatrical releases of Edgar Allan Poe's poems. Even though these aren't as big films as Price was used to, he still loved it and probably wouldn't have wanted it any other way. Even with the low budget, most of these films gained mainstream success, most of which can be credited to Price himself. Price worked on films until 1990, his final film being Tim Burton's Edward Scissorhands starring Johnny Depp. Price also lived a very good personal life. Always next to his love for film and theater, he still loved the fine arts. In 1938, Price married Edith Burnett, a notable theater actress. The couple were happy, and Vincent saw them as this powerful couple in the entertainment industry. The two even had a son in 1940 named Vincent Burnett Price. When Price moved to LA, he and Edith had rather decent careers. However, the marriage fell apart and the couple divorced in 1948. It didn't take long for the newly single actor to find love, as he remarried in 1949 to costume designer Mary Grant Price. The two also had a daughter, Victoria Price. Being his longest marriage, it unfortunately didn't last, as the two divorced after Vincent was caught in a public affair with actress Coral Brown, who Price married after his divorce in 1974. The marriage would last until 1991, when the actress died after a battle with cancer.
Headline News, I'm David Goodnow. Hollywood legend Vincent Price has died. His personal assistant said the actor died in his home in Los Angeles Monday after a long battle with lung cancer.
Price wouldn't last longer, as he himself would pass away on October 25th of 1993 at the age of 82. After his death, he was cremated and his ashes scattered off the coast of Malibu. After his famous roles, Price was seen in many popular TV shows, guest starring in shows such as Batman, The Brady Bunch, and The Muppets. Vincent Price's love for the fine arts never dwindled, and he did many things to show the public such, including a sales training video for the Fine Arts Collection and a PSA in 1985 for the Walker Art Center. Whenever he did these, attendance in the museums skyrocketed. Vincent Price didn't only do things in film. One thing that he's also very known for is doing a voiceover for Michael Jackson in the song Thriller.
The foulest stench is in the air, the funk of 40,000 years, and grisly ghouls from every tomb are closing in to seal your doom.
Throughout his life, Price kept a good relationship with his children. He was always seen as a light of humor and was always fun to be with. His love for his family, theater, and the fine arts allowed Price to live a full and successful life that should be remembered as such. With doing research with these actors, I would say personally that Price led the best life out of them all. He never fell victim to vices and had little controversy. I haven't even touched on half of what he's done in his life. If you're interested in more of what he's done, I'd highly recommend looking into him. Well, anyways, that's all I have. I'm Censored Sloth, and thank you for watching.
Nice to know you've still got it.